Hello everyone, this is Salsamaster12. Today we will be doing Firebird Chapter 8. If you haven't heard the first 7 chapters, I suggest you go listen. I will be leaving a link in the description below for you to go and watch them all in order. This one is called Meeting the Legion. Okay, starting to see that Wendell may have had a point that I could, in a way, be a danger to myself and the others around me. I picked up my sister and ran halfway across town at light speed without even knowing I was able to do that. And I don't even understand how it was I was able to do that without completely breaking her, because according to Wendell, the human body can is not able to withstand that kind of G-force that one would experience were they to be moving at light speed. Nor should they even be able to reach that kind of speed, as we have a weight to us. In fact, photons are the only thing that should be able to reach such speeds, as they have no weight to them whatsoever. So the only way I was able is if I was in my fire form at the time and was able to share that ability with Lysandra through some form of touch, almost like the Flash does, sometimes extending his powers to others in the show. I guess after hearing him say that, all that stuff, and explain that with all the science and stuff behind it to me, I can understand why it is he considers himself the smart one. I'll admit I'm not that kind of smart. I don't even know if I spelled science right at this point, to be honest. I like to consider myself a different kind of smart, as I know how to blacksmith and make things. Well, he has always had difficulties even making stuff look remotely close to what Dad asks him. But I guess knowing how to forge is nothing like knowing how to take care of people and manage resources. Wendell, is Austin around? I asked, hoping he would say no. Not really. I sent him to Miss Pachenko's to get Callum. Why, did you want to talk to him? Answered Wendell, with some slight resentment. No, it's actually because I wanted to apologize to you and say that I think you're right, I answered apologetically. Oh, well, that sounds okay. Go ahead. I won't stop you, Wendell said arrogantly. Yeah, you always were like that, wanting to hear the actual words from people. Never got why you got away with those kinds of things. Saying one wants to apologize was never enough for you. And I'm sorry for not trusting your judgment, I told him sincerely. Well, it's a good thing you're in such an accepting mood, because I was hoping you would sleep in the forge house, upstairs, so as to still stay away from the others. If it's okay with you, I guess it was also wrong of me to think you would just accept me for being in charge and fall in line, like the rest, he admitted full-heartedly. There's no beds in there, I told him whiningly. That's why I asked Austin to call his legion. They're apparently willing to give us a hand until the main villain shows up in our story. Whatever that means. Anywho, they're willing to offer us funds, food, and a sleeping bag. In return, all you have to do is write your story and join them when the time is right. As it would turn out, it is full of misunderstood heroes in whom have been painted as villains, and by recording their stories and having them put into the world by their writer to publish their books on us releasing the truth with fake names and addresses, of course. So, what do you say to such a noble offer? You in or you out? Wendell asked, sounding as though he had rehearsed it for many hours. And how, might I ask, are they sending all this, and who with? I asked, mystified by how well things were working out for us. As if on cue, they sent us, said a girl with wings as black as the darkest of nights. She had landed very gracefully in front of us, with a portal opened behind her, with what seemed like a very odd dog. Wow, that was cool. And well-timed entrance. Who are you, guys? And where's the stuff I told you would bring? I said kindly, with subtle notes of amazement. Well, I'm Jessica Dark Angel, and this is Jericho. Before you ask, yes, he is a dog with 3 eyes, and yes, one is triangle-shaped. And no, you cannot touch my wings, as it feels very odd when people do. You can't prove I was thinking that, or I thought to myself. So now all I could think about was how much I wanted to touch her beautiful wings. Also, everything you need is in here. It's called a void tech. All you need to do is think about the object you want while holding it, and then stick your hand through the hole to pull it out. Go on, test it. I want You want a sleeping bag, right? Well, I put one in there for you coming before I came here. Come on, it's completely safe. Invisible Molecule invented it. He is our leader, and he was the first member of the Legion of Shadows, along with Alice. So it's quite a sad story of what happened to her. Honestly, I would suggest you don't ask it if or when you meet him, she told me stubbornly. Again, all I could think about was doing the opposite. Well, now the more she spoke of it, the more curious I got, only making me want to know more about Alice as she piqued my interest. Though she never did tell me about Alice, apparently it's not her story to tell. Wait, is that oleander I smell? I asked Jessica inquisitively. Yes, it's new perfume I'm trying after being trapped in strange underworld loops, going to the underworld court and the underworld being hell for thousands of years. You start to respect and admire the little things in life. I mean, there were never got to use perfume, body wash, or even soap. Then again, magma baths were oddly painful yet rejuvenating. Not that I suggest them for regular people, as it will kill them. Trust me, you will die if you try. So are you going to pull out a sleeping bag or force me to talk more about more awkward conversations? She asked, like as though it was the only reason she was still here. So I stuck my hand in and thought about a sleeping bag, and then I felt something appear in my hand, so I grabbed it and pulled it out. It was a very blue, plain sleeping bag, and as soon as I did, they said goodbye and portaled out of here. I guess it is all they were waiting for. They seem nice. They seem nice, said Wendell, happily. Did you really just spend the whole time petting that dog? You should probably wash your hands. With COVID and everything. I said, thinking I should probably disinfect my sleeping bag. Can viruses survive in the void? You really think the interdimensional dog has COVID? I'd be more worried about interdimensional diseases, like my immune system would be unable to handle or could not combat, he said, still smiling. Then why did you pet it? I asked. What were you thinking? 'Cause you never pass up a chance to pet a fluffy dog, he said in that voice he uses sometimes when talking to pets. Then I told him pleasantly, The way I see it, the Flash went into alternate dimensions all the time, and they were never worried. And that show is often very scientific. So maybe don't worry. I wouldn't, honestly. That's just like too much to worry about for me. So that was chapter 8 of Firebird. I do hope you liked it. I will be showing that illustration I talked about in the first one as well. It's a very nice picture. It was done by Lucy Shim. Oh, at this point I need a new illustrator as she's no longer wanting to do it. So tell me what you think. Leave a comment, leave a like, do whatever. Just don't hit the dislike button. And yeah, thanks for watching.